In the beginning, billions of years ago, in special conditions that we cannot replicate, in some primordial soup where the sands of time, basic components formed, and then started assembling to form the first living cell. That cell then started replicating to form more cells, some of which just happened to start coalescing to form more complex organisms, which eventually evolved into you and me? Let's just think for ourselves for a minute. Who believes that a watch could just form on its own over billions of years? No one. So why does anyone believe that a living cell, which is much more complex than a watch, could ever form by itself? Not only that, but what are the chances then of that cell becoming a more complex living organism that is full of many different, highly specialized cells? Once you consider sexually reproducing organisms, like you and me, you would have to believe that not one, but two different but compatible mutations happened at the exact same time to produce male and female of the same organism so that they could reproduce. Look at the human body, so complex, with miles of nerves and blood vessels, and our brain that even allows us to consider such things. How could that have possibly have just happened by random mutations? Not only that, but there are millions of different species. So one of these extremely unlikely mutations that create a new, viable species would have to have happened for each of these species, or a matching pair of these unlikely mutations for each sexually reproducing species. Now, realistically, logically, what are the chances of that happening? And even if it did happen that frequently, why are we not still seeing mutations in the new species today? Why don't we have more arms or eyes in the back of our head? Both would seem to be highly advantageous. I know that I sure could use more hands and eyes at times. But you say it must have happened since we're here. Well, not necessarily. There is an alternative. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth and everything in them. God created this perfectly balanced earth and universe and all life that exists. You decide, what takes more blind faith? To believe that there is a creator, God, that created the universe? Or to believe that millions of unlikely random events just happened to put you here today? The one and only God who created you loves you more than you could ever imagine and wants you to know Him as well. Talk to God. Ask Him to make Himself known to you, and He will. Open your eyes and mind, and look at the amazing things around you that He created. Learn more about Him. Read His love letter to you, the Holy Bible. Start with the book of John, and see what He teaches you. See what He tells you. John 3:16 through 18 says, "For God so loved the world that He gave His one and only Son, that whoever believes in Him shall not perish but have eternal life. For God did not send His Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through Him. Whoever believes in Him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe stands condemned already, because they have not believed in the name of God's one and only Son." Proverbs 1:7 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction." Choose today what you will believe and who you will serve. The selfish desires of ignorant rambling of men, or the loving God who created you and has a purpose and a plan for you. As for me and my household, we will serve the Lord.